The Outlaw Open Modified Fall Showdown Dash for Cash, ready to go green. Pace car peels off, and here they come. Green flag. Down into turn one, Ronnie Williams takes over the lead. Look at the battle for second. That's Matt Swanson with a run on the outside of Chris Pastriak. And Swanson goes to second. Pastriak back to third. Buddy Charette runs in the fourth spot. Then it's Ryan Morgan rounding out the top five in the number 20. Thundering down the backstretch. Ronnie Williams, multi-time winner here at Thompson. Feeling the heat from Matt Swanson. Swanson pulls out a line, takes a peek to the inside, does not make a move, follows him through turn two and down the backstretch. Matt Swanson staying right there with Ronnie Williams. Those two have put a little distance between themselves and third place runner Chris Pastriak, who's all by himself out there in the blue number 5. Buddy Charette feeling the heat from Ryan Morgan, and right behind him, Noah Corner. Chris Pastriak starting to reel in the leaders now as they come across the stripe to complete 5 laps out of the 50-lap feature for the Outlaw Open Modifieds. It's been all Ronnie Williams from the start. Ronnie Williams, Matt Swanson, and the 5 of Chris Pastriak. Those 3 have checked out from the rest of the field. Buddy Charette in a comfortable 4th spot. Noah Corner rounds out the top 5. Ryan Morgan and now the 39 of George Bissett. Bissett has moved into the 7th spot. Behind him, Mikey Flynn and Jacob Perry.
Hello, Pete. 9 laps are complete, and Ronnie Williams in control for now. Swanson and Pastriak. Second and third, that battle for fourth, those hot and heavy as they go down into 3.
Yeah, that's Noah Corner taking a run at Buddy Charette. Trying to make the pass, and he does. And while the bottom is open, Charette had to get off the throttle there and not able to get back to speed as quickly as he would have liked coming out of turn 4. So while the bottom was open, Ryan Morgan drove by in the number 20. So Noah Corner goes to 4th, and Ryan Morgan now rounds out the top 5 in the number 20. And again, the leaders setting a torrid pace.
Yeah, I was interested going into this, Pete, to see how aggressive they were going to be early on. 50 laps, I mean, it's a rather short distance for these guys. A lot of them used to running 100-lap races or more. But right now, those top 3 are certainly on their game. Noah Corner's up to 4th, with Ryan Morgan in 5th, George Bissett Jr., Buddy Charette, Mikey Flynn, Jacob Perry. In that group, they're racing from the 4th to the 9th spot, as we're already clicked off 13 laps here in the Dash for Cash 50 for the Outlaw Modifieds.
Yeah, Ronnie Williams now with the biggest lead of the race. Half a second over Matt Swanson. Will check that distance this time as they come across the stripe. Yeah, pretty much the same. Just a little bit over a half a second over Matt Swanson. And then Chris Pastriak in third. That's like a separate race from the one that's for fourth, fifth, and sixth right now. Noah Corner with Ryan Morgan and George Bissett. They are nose to tail down into turn one.
Off of two they come. And that race trying to get going there for the fifth spot. Morgan having a good run in that Lubax package store machine. Trying to get his feet wet in the Tour Type Modified ranks a little bit. But right now, Ronnie Williams is in control in the number 50. Sponsors on that machine, of course, Empower Financial, Industry, and RB Enterprises for him. Ronnie's a former winner in these 50-lap sprint races here at Thompson. Has not won one in a while, but he's in good control here early on. Matt Swanson and Chris Pastriak trying to keep him in their sights here at lap number 17.
Williams has opened it up just a little bit. Just shy of 6/10 as we've got a caution flag.
Here's it go.
Set for the restart. Ronnie Williams and Matt Swanson in the front row. Here they come.
Ring, ring.
Green flag.
Williams got the shot in the outside lane. Leads him into 1 and 2. Slides up in front of Swanson. Swanson cleared a second. Noah Corner goes to third. They're side by side for fourth as Pastriak and Georgie Bissett go wheel to wheel there for the fourth position.
Yeah, great battle from fourth on back. They're doubled up 3 rows. Starting in the fourth spot with Chris Pastriak. He's finally clear. And just like we saw in the initial start, takes a couple of laps and he's able to gain some ground as he does in that number 5 in the fourth spot. George Bissett rounds out the top 5. Then Mikey Flynn and Ryan Morgan running 6th and 7th.
20 laps will be complete. When they come back to the stripe this time, 30 laps will remain. And it is Williams by 2 car lengths over Swanson. Corner sits third. Pastriak and Bissett the top 5. Mikey Flynn's up to 6th. That race deeper in the pack. Jacob Berry trying to hold off the charges of Tommy Barrett for the 8th spot. As they come off turn number 4 one more time, put 21 on the scoreboard. Mikey Flynn is going around Ryan Morgan, takes over the 6th spot. Right now, they're all single file around the high bank total. Ronnie Williams, Matt Swanson in command.
Yeah, approaching the halfway mark to be 22 complete this time by. And it's been all Ronnie Williams from the initial green flag. And he continues to set the pace. Hasn't quite gotten back to the sizable lead that he had before the caution. Matt Swanson hanging right with him. Remains under a half a second. But Swanson driving hard from the 2nd spot. Good run for Noah Corner, 3rd. Chris Pastriak is 4th. And George Bissett rounds out the top 5.
24 laps complete. Next time by, the halfway signal will be given. Noah Corner and Chris Pastriak starting a battle for the 3rd spot. Pastriak's trying to get a run as the field comes down into 3 and 4 one more time. And this time by, Mike Helberg gives him the halfway. 25 down, 25 to go. In the dash for cash for the Outlaw Open Mons, Ronnie Williams, Matt Swanson lead them off turn number 2. Pastriak's trying to get a run on Corner for 3rd. Behind them, George Bissett in the 5th and final spot inside the top 5 as they come back off turn number 4. The laps are quicking down. We're in the second half of the Dash for Cash 50.
Yeah, if they were saving anything now is when they're going to want to get at it. As we've turned this into a 25-lap sprint right now. We've gotten halfway through, and just like that, like flipping a switch, Ronnie Williams has opened up that lead again now, similar to what it was before the caution flag. In fact, even better, 6/10 over Matt Swanson. Here's a battle for that 3rd spot again out of turn 2 and down the backstretch.
Pastriak dives onto the inside of Noah Corner, takes over the 3rd spot in that blue and yellow number 5 neon. And now he's going to try to set his sights on your 2 leaders with 28 laps complete and 22 remaining. Jacob Perry makes a pass. Ryan Morgan falls back a little bit, was running 5th, now is back to the 8th spot as Flynn and Perry get around. And as they come back to the line, they're at 29 laps complete. See if Matt Swanson's been saving anything, if he's got anything for Ronnie Williams. They're running pretty much equal lap times in the Dash for Cash 50. 20 to go this time by. Jacob Perry's on the move a little bit. Goes by Morgan, takes over 7th. Now he's going after Mikey Flynn for the 6th spot. Ryan Morgan right there as well, trying to battle it out for that position as they come off turn number 2 and back down the back straightaway.
Matt Swanson trying to find a little faster way around. Able to pick up a little bit of ground in the middle of the turn. But that distance continues to be about a half a second between first and second.
Yeah, maintaining the gap there. Jacob Perry goes around Mikey Flynn. And Perry goes up to the 6th spot. Flynn back to 7th. Ryan Morgan trying to get that spot away from him with 18 laps to go. Ronnie Williams ran a quick lap there, 19.68. Matt Swanson, 19.8. So over a tenth quicker for Ronnie Williams there. Swanson going to have to pull some tricks out here if he's going to close in. I'll tell you, Chris Pastriak's closing in on him in the race for second as they come off turn number 4 with just 17 laps to go. Be 16 when they come back around this time by. Pastriak within a car length now of Matt Swanson. Pastriak's car gets in the corner very, very well. He's figured out that bottom line on entry. Able to dive in and try to diamond up the corner in the center, and he's really making it work here as they come back to 15 to go this time by. And Pastriak now, Pete, all over the rear bumper of that number 25.
Yeah, you saw him just tear into that difference between second and third, the way he drove into turn 3. Definitely on the move. And there again, he just reels in Swanson enough so that he can take a peek to the inside as they race out of turn 4.
Yeah, the battle behind them is also shaping up for 5th. Jacob Perry goes underneath George Bissett in that battle. Perry on the bottom there. Pastriak's under Swanson. 2 battles going on in 2 different spots here with 13 laps to go this time by. It is Pastriak on the inside, but Swanson's got that advantage across the stripe.
Yeah, Swanson hanging tough up there on the outside. Pastriak can't quite stay in the throttle long enough down there on the inside. He certainly does not want to slip up and run into Swanson or run him up the racetrack in any way. And Swanson trying to hang tough there on the outside. But now finally, Pastriak clears him and pulls up in front of him. So Chris Pastriak goes to second. But while they were battling, Ronnie Williams picked up almost a full second to increase his distance. It's now 1.5 seconds out in front. So Williams loved watching those guys go at it because it only helped his cause. Battled for the 4th spot now. Jacob Perry down underneath Noah Corner, and Perry goes to 4th.
Yeah, good run by Perry. Really charged up here in the second half of the race as they come down the back straightaway. Less than 10 laps to go now. Battle for the 6th spot. George Bissett trying to hold off Ryan Morgan in the race there. Chris Pastriak is a little bit quicker than Ronnie Williams, but he's got a long way to go and not a lot of time. 1.5 second gap up to the number 50.
Yeah, he could benefit by a caution here, but there's only 8 laps to go at this point.
Yeah, Ronnie Williams has been in command of this thing right from the green. And to no surprise, he's in a good position to try to go back to victory lane here in the Outlaw Open Modified Series Dash for Cash the second to last race of the season for this division. They'll be back on the Friday night of the World Series.
Yeah, Ronnie Williams hasn't been in victory lane with these outlaw open modifieds since June of last year. June 13th of 2024, Ronnie Williams was the winner. The outlaw open modifieds only ran a couple of times. The race was won by Mike Christopher Jr. during the World Series last year. And then this year, as we mentioned earlier, John McKennedy won the only 2 outlaw open modified races that we've had in 2025. So Ronnie Williams looking to get back into victory lane at Thompson. It's been a bit.
Well, while we were talking there was a change for the third spot. Jacob Perry's going around Matt Swanson with 5 laps to go. Make it 4 as they come to the line. So Perry with an impressive move up to the field here. Earlier he was running 7th or 8th. He's into the top 3. And putting down some good laps to get there. As this time by they come to the line, there are 3 laps to go for Ronnie Williams. Pastiak comfortable in second. Jacob Perry probably not going to catch him here in the last couple laps, but...
Yeah, Jacob Perry got the fastest lap of that last lap around. But yeah, you're right. He's going to run out of time here with only 2 laps to go for Ronnie Williams across the stripe. There's Chris Pastiak for second, then Perry, Swanson for 4th, Noah Connor is 5th, Ryan Morgan and George Bissett 6th and 7th. White flag for Ronnie Williams, number 50. Pretty good battle going on for the 5th spot. Noah Corner and Ryan Morgan continue to duke it out, but they're running out of time as the checkered flags will go in the air, and Ronnie Williams will win the dash for cash. Chris Pastiak for second, Jacob Perry third, Matt Swanson 4th, Noah Corner holds on for 5th, Ryan Morgan 6th, George Bissett 7th, Mikey Flynn 8th, Tommy Barrett finishes in the 9th spot.
Man, you guys work hard. It's got to be good to get back to victory lane here.
No, yeah, it's awesome. Adam gave us a good car, and yeah, still think we can make it a little bit better, especially with like the bigger ROC event coming up, and I think there's an open on that weekend as well. So little things we can improve on here, but it's definitely nice to be up front, competing again, and definitely winning races.
Who are the people behind the effort you want to thank?
Yeah, I got to thank Power Financial Advisory, All Town Sanitation Recycling, Lester's Auto, RB Enterprises, Pettit for the Awesome Horsepower, Center Machine, Waddell, again, my entire family, my wife, my 2 kids. I think this is the first time my little girl has actually been here to see us win. It looks like my son's knocked out. So, yeah, all these guys for all they do, and I mean, they're the reason why I'm here. I don't get to the shop a lot anymore, and if it wasn't for them, I'm just the lucky one to be able to drive this car.